I'd like to introduce you to one of our patients, Brent Robinson, and discuss some of the different types of AFOs, or orthopedic bracing, that Brent has experienced. One of the first styles of bracing options that Brent had utilized is what's called an extern, which is an external brace that goes over the outside of the shoe. And the design of this particular AFO, it has a bent shape to it so that when you put your body weight into it, it's in this position. But when you lift up your leg, it picks up the toe. The other design that we were looking at for Brent was one that was more conventional, made out of thermoplastic. But they had a downside to this particular one because it has to go in the shoe after he puts it on. This particular one does have a hinge and allows it to bend forward, but it has a stop back here so that when the patient picks up their foot, it does lift the foot so that the foot doesn't drop and catch the carpeting, for example, and cause a fall or a trip. Many people do utilize this type of design and it works well for them. It was just not what we wanted for Brent, and so we put in an optimal design for Brent so that he could get what he needed. When we had recently seen Brent, he is now into a design that is a blue rocker or carbon AFO. This is a little different because not only does it bend when he puts his weight into it and picks his toe up when he lifts up, but it also allows him to lean forward into the shell and get some resistance so that he doesn't just keep going forward like in the previous brace. When he takes a step, it'll help slow his foot to foot flat so that it doesn't slap the floor. And then when he gets to the toe off position, it will return that energy that he's put into it and spring him forward.
It has worked incredibly well for me. And the reason why it's incredibly well is because I put it into my shoe, put the insole on top, I strap it to myself, and then what happens is when I'm trying to stand in front of people, this here gives me front support. This also then keeps my foot up. People who used to hear me coming from a mile away now say they can't hear me. It's like I'm sneaking up on them. And it's made all the difference to me in my life to have this kind of brace.